So now we'll be solving some of the maths class 10th, some I can say tricky problems or some application level problems which is not there in the textbook, which is out of the textbook. So let's see the first problem. Here what they have given us, the fourth term of an AP. The fourth term of an AP is 0. We need to prove that the 25th term is 3 times the 7th term. The question what it reads is, the fourth term of an AP is 0. Prove that its 25th term is triple its 11th term. So what they have given is, fourth term of an AP is 0. That is A4. Fourth term of an AP is 0. What we need to prove is, the 25th term is triple its 11th term. 25th term is triple or 3 times its 11th term. So we know that A4 is 0. So A4 can be written as A plus n minus 1 into D. So A4 can be written as A plus 3D. This is equal to 0. So we get A is equal to minus 3D. So for the next A25. So if you want to find A25, it is A plus n minus 1, that is 25 minus 1 into D, that is A plus 24D. Here we know that A is equal to minus 3D. Let's take it as equation 1. So A is equal to minus 3D. So it will be minus 3D plus 24D. It is 21D. So A25 is 21D. So next we need to find 11th term. A11 is equal to A plus 11 minus 1 into D, that is A plus 10D. What is the value of A? From equation 1 it is minus 3. So minus 3D plus 10D, that is 7D. So obviously we can see that. So 25th term is 21D. So 25th term is 21D and 11th term is 7D. So obviously it is 3 times. Hence proof. So there is one more example. There is one more problem. They have given a sequence, that is 3, 8, 13, 18 and so on. There is a sequence of numbers. So what you need to find is the 20th term from the last. So 20th term, not from the beginning, it is from the last, from the end. So please be careful, it's not from the starting. So the terms what they have given is 3, 8, 13, so on. 3, 8, 13, so on. So the last term is 253. The last term is 253. So the first term is 8, 3, 8, 13, so on. The first term is 3, the last term is 253. So what you need to do is find the 20th term from the last. So for this, one way is you can find the number of terms. Find the total number of terms. So for that, A is equal to 3, D is equal to second term minus first term, 8 minus 3, that is 5. So you need to find the number of terms. So you know the value of A, that is 253. What is A? A plus n minus 1 into D, that is 253. What is the value of A? 3. What is the value of n? You don't know. What is the value of D? 5. So that is 253. If you take the 3 to the other side, n minus 1 into 5 is 250. What is n minus 1? 250 divided by 5, that is 50. What is n? Take minus 1 to the other side, it will be 50 plus 1, so 51. So totally there are 51 terms in this sequence. So the 20th term from the last is, for that, if you want to find the 20th term from the last, so what you need to do is subtract 20 from the total terms, that is 51. Then you need to add plus 1. So why? So let's see. If you are facing any such problems when you are solving, so what you can do is take some examples, simple examples, and try to see how you can solve. For example, suppose say that there are 10 terms. Take some simple examples like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 and 20. So these are the first 10 multiples of 2. So these are the first 10 multiples of 2. Obviously you know that there are 10 terms. You know what is the first term, what is the last term. So here if you want to find third term from the last, how do you do that? Do that manually. Third term from the last, that is, this is first term, second term and third term. So this is the third term from the last. So what will be from the beginning? So this is A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, A8, A9 and A10. So third term from the last will be 8th term. How did you get that? So you know what the total number of terms, that is 10. Here the total number of terms is 10. So if you want to find the third term from the last, so what you do is subtract 3 from it, then add 1 to it, so you get 8. So that is 8th term. Take one more example, 7th term from the last. So do this and we can verify. 7th term from the last, totally there are 10 terms. 10. 7th term from the last, so subtract 7, add 1. So 10 minus 7, 3, plus 1, 4. So 7th term from the last, count. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7th. So this is 7th term from the last. This is A4. We got it 4. So similarly, second term from the last, first and second. 10 minus 2 plus 1, that is 10 minus 2, 8 plus 1 is 9. So second term from the last. So hope you got it. So what you need to do is total number of terms minus the number of terms what they have given. So here total number of terms is 51. They have asked you to find the 20th term from the last. 51 minus 20. Add 1 to it. So that is 32. So 20th term from the last is nothing but the 32nd term. So what you need to do is you need to find the 32nd term. A32 is A plus 32 minus 1 into D. What is A? The value of A is 3. The other terms will not change, it will be the same. A is 3. 32 minus 1, 31. What is the value of D? That is 5. So 31 into 5, that is 165 plus 3. 168. So I repeat. So whenever you are facing any problem, or whenever you are not able to find or understand the problem, try to take simple example, especially in this arithmetic progression, because when you are not able to find the logic, or when you are not able to get the logic, when you take simple examples like this, you'll be able to understand how you can get the solution. So try to do like this. So similarly, there's one more example. What they have asked is find the sum of first 20 positive integers divisible by 5 or 6. They have asked 5 or 6, sorry, it's 5 and 6. You need to find the sum of first 20 integers which are divisible by 5 and 6. So what are the numbers that are divisible by 5 and 6? It's not or. Be careful. So it is 5 and 6. The first 20 integers which are divisible by 5 and 6. The first term. So what is the first term which is divisible by both 5 and 6? So if you want to find that, what you need to do? If you want to find a number which is divisible by two different digits. So for that you need to find the LCM. So it should be divisible by 5 and 6. So for this you need to find the LCM. What is the LCM of 5 and 6? You know that 5 is a prime number. 6. If you write the factors, it is 3 and 2. So this is 5. So what will be the LCM? 5 3 is 50. You need to multiply all this because all the terms are different. So 5 into 3, 15, 15 into 2, 30. The LCM of 5 and 6 is, the LCM of 5 and 6 is 30. So the first integer which is divisible by 5 as well as 6, 5 and 6 is 30. So what will be the second integer? That will be multiple of 30. If the first integer is 30, obviously the second integer will be multiple of 30. So it will be 30 into 2, that is 60. Similarly, the next 90, 120 and so on. So the first term is 30, second 60, third 90, so on. If you write this in a sequence, 30, 60, 90, 120, so on, they have asked first 20. So what is the sum of first n integers? Sn, n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. What is the value of n? They have asked first 20. 20 by 2, 2a. What is the value of a? It is 30. 30 plus n. What is the value of n? 20 minus 1. What is the value of d? It is 30. Because d is second term minus first term. 60 minus 30. It is 30. So 10. 10 into 2 into 30, 60 plus 20 minus 1, 19. So 19 into 30. What is 19 into 3? It is 57 into, so 19 into 3 is 57. We have 1 0. So 570. So what will be the value of it? It is 10 into. So 630. The answer will be 6300. So hope you got it. So similarly, they have asked find the value of x. They have given 3 terms. 3 terms which are in AP. They have given 3 terms. 3 terms which are in AP. So the first 3 terms are find the value of x if 2x plus 1. 2x plus 1, then x square plus x plus 1. X square plus x plus 1. So the one more term is 3x square minus 3x plus 3. 3x square minus 3x plus 3. So this is one term, this is one more term, and this is one term. So all these 3 terms are in AP. We need to find the value of x. So you know that the common difference in an AP will be the same. That is, when you take a2 minus a1, the common difference, it will be the same when you take third term and the second term. So what is the second term? It is x square plus x plus 1 minus the first term, 2x plus 1. So second term minus first term is equal to third term, 3x square minus 3x plus 3 minus the second term x square plus x plus 1. So when you take the difference x square plus x plus 1, so be careful with the multiplication, the negative sign, negative and the bracket. So minus you have plus, so it is minus into plus minus 2x, minus into plus minus. So similarly 3x square minus 3x plus 3, so minus into plus minus x square minus into plus minus x minus 1. So you need to be very careful when you are solving the negative sign and the brackets. So first try to open up the brackets, then you do the simplification, because there are chances that you might make mistake. A small mistake also costs you. So x square, there is no x square, so x square plus x minus 2x minus x plus 1 minus 1 cancel. So 3x square minus x square, 2x square minus 3x minus x minus 4x plus 3 minus 1 plus 2. When you take this to the RHS, so what you will get? 2x square minus x square. You are taking this to the RHS. So 2x square minus x square, then minus 4x if it goes to the RHS. So what you can do is write on the terms 2x square minus x square, next minus 4x plus x plus 2 is equal to 0. So x square minus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. So this is the reason why you need to know the concepts of all the chapters that are there, because it's not just one where you learn, it's the combination of different concepts that you will go through in the coming days. Because once you come to 11th and 12th, or when you are solving any of the NEET or CET or JEE problems, it's not one particular concept that you will be solving. It will be the combination of all the different concepts. So you need to be thorough in all the things. So this is a quadratic equation which is in AP, so you don't have to be scared, because that's common. So x square minus x minus 3x plus 2. So when you solve this, so it will be x square. Here you have 2, the coefficient is 1 and 2, so it will be 2. Since you need to get it as minus 3 and here it is minus, so what you can do is, so 2, and you need to split into, when you add, you need to get it as minus 3. So what you can do is minus 2 minus 1. So minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3. Minus 2 into minus 1 is 2. So x square minus x minus 2x plus 2 is equal to 0. X common, x minus 1, x minus 1. So here it is minus 2. So x minus 2 into x minus 1 is equal to 0. So the value of x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 1. So you need to be very careful, because here the value can be 2 or 1. It's not and. So you need to write both the values. If you write any one, you will be losing the marks. So x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 1. For both the values, the arithmetic progression will be the solution. So you can, once you solve this, so try to cross verify whether whatever you have done is right or wrong, because in such kind of problems, so when you have the option to cross verify, and you can't lose the marks. So let's take x is equal to 2. What will the value be? When you take x is equal to 2, the first term will be 2 into 2, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. So second term, 2 square 2 square plus 2 plus 1. 2 square is 4 plus 2 plus 1. 4 plus 2 6. 6 plus 1 7. Similarly, the next term 3x square minus 3x plus 3. 3 into 2 square plus minus 3 2s are 6 plus 3. 2 2s are 4. 4 3s are 12. 12 minus 6. 6. 6 plus 3 9. So 5, 7 and 9. Obviously when you see they are an arithmetic progression because it's all the odd numbers. So similarly when you take the value of x to be 1, so 2 plus 1 3. Next 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3. Next 3 minus 3, so here it is 1, so 1 into 3 3. 3 minus 3 0 plus 3, that is 3. So even this is an arithmetic progression with a common difference as 0. Yes, thank you. So if you have any such problems, if you face difficulty in solving any of these such problems, it can be application level problems or it can be anything. So please send me a message with the problems, and in the coming days, in the coming videos, I'll be able to solve some of those problems. So please don't hesitate.